So this is visible.
Yes, sir.
Visible now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in C programming, you can see the file handling. So what is file? Anybody can tell me what is file? Any idea about that? Okay. So a file is a collection of related data. Computers treat as a single unit. So this is called as the file. Computers store the file to the secondary storage so that the contents of file remain intact when a computer shut down. Okay. When a computer reads a file, it copies the file from the storage device to memory location, and when it writes to a file, it transfers data from memory to storage device. C uses a structure called file defined in stdio.h to store the attributes of file. Okay. So in that already we have seen the console oriented input output. In that console oriented input output is we can use the terminal or keyboard screen like that. We have using the scanf function. In that we are using the format specifier %d %i. So it can be read the data from the keyword. And printf function is that we are putting that %d, I. So print data to monitor and suitable for all volumes of data lost when the program is terminated. Then the real life applications in that large data volumes are there. For example, physical experiment, we can see that human genome, then population records. So we are keeping that records in a particular files. So need for flexible approach to store or retrieve data. So we can use the concept of files. So files means it is a place on a disk where group of related data is stored. Okay. It is a place on disk where group of related data is stored. For example, your C program we can store or it is executable. Then in that high level programming language support the file operations like that naming, then opening, reading, writing and closing. These are the operation of that high level programming language support for file operations. So first of all, we'll see the defining and the opening the file. So to store data file in secondary memory, this must be OS. Then file name, for example, we can write a.c or any name we are giving to that the file name. Then after that input dot data. Then data structure, for example, file and what purpose we have to use reading, writing, and appending in that. Then the file name. Whenever we have to store the file name is most important in our C programming. So string of character that make up the valid file name for operating system. May contain two parts, primary or optional period with the extension. For examples, a.out, program.c, temp, or we can write the text.out. Then if we are using the file, general format for opening file, we can see in C. opening a file. So in that we are using file, then pointer variable fp. Okay, so this is the pointer variable fp is pointer to type that file. Okay, then after that we are using fp. This is a variable, so that is equals to, there must be one function is that f open, and in that we are putting the file name, comma, here we can put mode, and then semicolon. So in that first see this fp. So fp means it contains the all information about the file. It can be stored in that, and then communication link between the system and program. This is a file pointer. Or this f of open the file with the file name assigned to the identifier to the file pointer. Okay, so mode can be like that. R means open file for reading only. Then next is the W mode. W mode is that open file for writing only. Then next is the A. This is the open file for appending data. Means mode are there like that. R, then W. R means read mode, then W means writing mode, and A means adding. Okay, so these are the modes. Then another mode is that binary mode also there. Okay, then we'll see next point, different modes. Different modes. Okay, first in that writing mode. In that writing mode, if file already exists, the contents are deleted, else new file with the specified name created. So writing mode. Then appending mode, if file already exists, then file opened with content saved, else new file is created. If reading mode, if file is already exists, the opened with the contents saved, else error occurs. Okay. Then a step in the processing the files. Okay. Steps in processing files. First step is that, so in that create the stream via a pointer variable using the file structure, means we are using that file pointer variable. Then open the file. Second is that open the file associating the stream name with the file name. Read or write. Third is that read or write the data, and fourth is that close the file. So these are the steps for processing the files. First is that uh, create the stream via pointer variable using the file pointer. Then second is that open the file associating the stream name with the file name. Third is that read or write the data, and fourth one is that close the file. The basic file operations are, whenever we are using this file handling in C programming, so the basic file operations are, like that here, f of f open, So this open a file, specify how it open, read, write, and type or binary text. This is fopen. And next is that fclose. So this close and open file, this is used for close and this is used to close, open the file. Third is that fread. This is used to read from a file. And fifth is fwrite. These are the functions. fwrite. अगर आप ऐसा लिखोगे इसको तो so this consider the function. Fread, fwrite. Okay. Write to a file. Then fseek. So we can move the file pointer to the somewhere in a file. Then ftail, fgets. Then next we'll see if the programs require the input data either one or two, the user could supply the data at any time. If the details of the student in a very large institution are required to prepare the mark statement for all, so we have to enter the whole details every time to our program. So this requires the large manpower, more time and computational resources, which is a disadvantages with the traditional way of giving the inputs to the program for execution with the basic input output function. Okay. When the data of the students are stored permanently, so data can be referred later, the makes the work easier. Okay. And then for the user generate the marks statement when you have to store the data permanently. So we have to use the files. The files are stored in the disk. So a file can be defined as the collection of bytes stored on the disk under the name. A file may be contain anything in the sense the contents of files may be interpreted as a collection of records or collection of lines or collection of instruction, etc. A file is a collection of records. Each record provides the information to the user. So these files are arranged on the disk like that: open file, read data from file, write data from file, and close a file. Okay. So to access the data in a file using
Oh,
C, yes.
so the screen is not visible.
Yeah, I have unshared the screen. Okay. First of all, I give the introductory part and then we'll see the program. Okay. So see that in that first basic operation on a files we have seen. First is that open a file, then read data from file, write data from file, and close to the file. Whenever to access the data in a file using the C, we can use the predefined structure that a file present in stdio.h header file that maintain the all information about the files. So we create such as pointer character in a file, end of the file, mode of the file, etc. So file is a data type which is means to identify and specify which file you want to operate on a basic. You may open a several files simultaneously. When a request is made for a file to be opened, and what is written is a pointer to the structure file. To store the data pointer, a pointer variable is declared like that file, and we can use the pointer and then variable. Okay. Then opening a file, whenever a file needs to open, when it is to be used for read or write operation, a file is open by the using fopen function with two parameters in that function. So In that, the two parameters are like that. F of open, first is that there is need to file name, and another is that file open mode, means which mode we have to open in a file. So the fopen function is defined in the stdio.h header file, and the file name parameter refers to any name of the file with an extension, such as we can write any name like that, data.txt or program.c or student.dat, and so on. File open mode refers to the mode opening the file. It can be opened in a read mode or write mode or open mode. The function fopen returns the starting address of file when the file we are trying to open is existing, that is success. So it else the returns null, which state the file is not existing or file name given is incorrect. Okay. So now we'll see the example first. Hello, this is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see the example program to check whether given file is existing or not. Okay. So here I'm taking hash include stdio.h, standard input output header file, then void main function, or you can take the int main. Okay. Or suppose I'm taking here. Okay. Then here we can use this file, and here file pointer variable. Okay. After that, we are using this fp is equal to fopen, and this is the my file name. Data.txt is my file name, and I want to open this file. So here I'm using this function f of open data.txt, and mode is R mode here. Okay, read only mode. एंड हियर आपको क्या करना है, आपकी जो फाइल आपको ओपन करनी है वो फाइल का यहाँ पे पाथ मेंशन करना है, और उसका जो एक्सटेंशन होगा, मान लो कि वो टेक्स्ट फाइल है तो डॉट टीएक्सटी, वर्ड फाइल है तो डॉट docx, doc जो भी है आपको जो ओपन करना है, प्रोग्राम की फाइल हो तो डॉट सी, a.c, जो भी आपका प्रोग्राम का नाम है वो आप यहाँ पे फाइल पाथ मेंशन करना जरूरी है। ओके, इफ file pointer is equal to null, then it will print us printf no file exists in a directory, else printf file opened, and here we have to close this file using this function fclose fp। ओके, यहाँ पे हमने फाइल का पाथ स्टोर किया है, तो यहाँ पे फिर से उसको कॉल किया ये fclose फंक्शन में, और यहाँ पे वो फाइल क्लोज हो जाएगी। ओके, so now we'll check this example like that here. So this is visible or not? Visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here अब क्या हुआ, ये फाइल मेरे सिस्टम पे स्टोर नहीं है, इसलिए यहाँ पे नो फाइल एग्जिस्ट इन डायरेक्टरी बताएगा। अगर मैं जब यहाँ पे मेरा पाथ देता हूँ फाइल का और नाम के साथ यहाँ पर लिखता हूँ, तो डायरेक्टली वो फाइल वहाँ पे ओपन हो जाएगी। ओके, गेटिंग इट, हाउ वी कैन ओपन द फाइल इन सी प्रोग्रामिंग? यस और नो? समझ में आया या नहीं? Okay, then next, reading and writing characters on a file. So in that, whenever we have to write a character to a file, the input function is used in 1 minute. Input function is used in putc or fputc. Assume that a file is opened with mode w with file pointer fp, then the statement we can write the putc function. In that we are putting the character variable or file pointer here, and the writes the character contained in the character variable to the file associated, and the file pointer we can use. For example, we can use like that putc, and in that function we are using like that any variable. I'm using a comma fp, then you can use fputc like that c comma fp1. So we can write this. Okay, and then next is that to read a character from a file, the output function is use getc or fgetc. देखो, अगर हमें कैरेक्टर लिखना है, राइट द कैरेक्टर कंटेंट इन अ फाइल कैरेक्टर वेरिएबल टू एसोसिएटेड विद द फाइल पॉइंटर, सो हम कौन सा फंक्शन यूज करेंगे? पुट सी और एफ पुट सी। So this is visible. This is the reading and writing the character on a files. For example, put C here variable name C, comma here pointer file pointer fp, and we are using this function put C. Then another function is that f put C, C comma f1. Okay, so we can write the character in a file. So we can use these functions, and whenever we have to read the character in that file, so we can use the get C fp or f get C fp. These two functions are there. Okay. So we can see the example of program for writing and reading from a file. Okay. This is visible. Hello. This is visible or not? Hello.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, so we'll see the example program for writing to and reading from a file. Okay. So here again we have taken here hash input stdio.h. This is a header file. Then void main function. So every program start its main function. After that, here I am using this file structure, and this is a file pointer variable. Then using this character data type, here I am declaring the C variable. By using this printf function, I want to display the message on my output screen, write a data to a file. Okay, then /n. This we have to use for go to the new line. Then using this f1 is equal to f of open. So here f of open function we can use here test.txt w mode. अब ये मेरी फाइल ओपन हो जाएगी, लेकिन कौन से w मोड? w मोड यानी कि मुझे इस पे डेटा राइट करना है. Then after that I am using this while c is equal to get char not equal to @ then put c comma f1 means characters are stored into the file until @ is encountered. means मैं डेटा राइट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन वो कब तक रीड नहीं करेगा जब तक हमें @ वहां पे नहीं लिखोगे. अगर @ हमने नीचे लिख दिया तो वो पूरा डेटा हमें फिर इधर प्रोग्राम आपका यहाँ पे चला जाएगा f1 that is equal to f open test.txt r mode. So it reads the character from a file. Then we are using this while c is equal to get c f1 is not is equal to eof means end of the file. Then printf %c comma c then f close f1. Now we can check this. So this is visible. Hello, output is visible or not? So it will show us the write data to a file. Suppose here I'm writing here my name is here. Okay, and then I want to encounter this characters are stored into the file until we have to here we can use the @ and then enter. Then it will reads the data from a file like that. Getting it? Yes or no? Hello. Okay, we have seen the program for writing and reading from a file. Then we'll see the another program to write the character A to Z into file and read the file and print the character in lowercase. Okay, so now we can see this. So this is visible. Hello. This is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in that program, to write the character A to Z into file and read the file and print the character in lowercase. Okay, so here again we have taken here hash include stdio.h. This is the standard input output header file. Then void main function here. Then opening curly brace. After that we are using this file. Okay, then pointer variable f1. Then after that, char C, here I am declaring the variable C. Then using this printf function, I want to display the message on my output screen. Writing the character to a file, then slash n. After that, f1 is equal to f open, and my file name is that alpha.txt comma w. Then using this for loop, ch is equal to 65. Then ch is less than or equal to 90 semicolon ch plus plus. After that, f put ch comma f1, then f close f1. Then using this printf function, read the data from file slash n f1 is equal to f of open, then alpha dot txt r. Here I'm using the r mode. Reads the character by character in a file, and then using this while c is equal to get c f1 not equal to eof, and printf %c c plus 32. Print the character in lowercase here. Okay, and after that we are closing by using this f close f1 function. Now we can check this. Getting? So this is the output. Read the data from file. Here I am giving the logic in for loop directly in ch equal to 65 and ch less than 90. So ch plus plus. Okay. So after that, it will show us the read the data from file directly. You can see this. Okay, getting it? Getting or not? This is visible.
Yes, sir.
So this is the assignment for you. So program for reading and writing text file. Okay, ये आपको करना है program. Okay, perform this program for reading and writing a text file. So ma'am will join within 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm having another lecture, so I'm leaving now. Okay, so you can perform this assignment.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.